the price of wealth and true value. We live in a world obsessed with accumulation. Bank accounts, real estate, stocks, jewelry, all are considered measures of success and happiness. We work overtime, sacrifice relationships, health, and peace for the sake of accumulating more money. We believe that when we have enough material goods, we'll finally be happy. But what if I told you that the richest people in the world are often the poorest? That those who have accumulated the most gold lose what is truly valuable? That in pursuing external wealth, we miss the treasures already within us? Human history is full of examples of people who had everything but felt empty. And conversely, those who had nothing material but radiated wealth of spirit, joy, and inner peace. Today, 3 ancient parables will open your eyes to the true nature of wealth. They will show that real value isn't measured in money, isn't stored in safes, and isn't traded on stock exchanges. It lives within each of us, waiting for us to finally pay attention to it. First parable, the sage and the golden stone. In ancient times lived a sage who had renounced all material possessions and spent his days in meditation by a river. His only belongings were a simple begging bowl and tattered clothes. One day, while washing his feet in the river, he found an unusual stone in the water. It glowed with golden light and was amazingly beautiful. The sage picked it up, admired its beauty, and placed it in his bowl, not giving the find much thought. The next day, a wealthy merchant passed by. Seeing the stone in the sage's bowl, he stopped dead in his tracks. His eyes blazed with greed. He immediately recognized this as the rarest golden topaz, worth a fortune. "Holy man," said the merchant, trying to hide his excitement. "This stone, it's very beautiful. Won't you sell it to me? I'm ready to pay a good price." The sage looked at the merchant carefully. "Take it, it's yours. I need nothing in return." The merchant couldn't believe his luck. He grabbed the stone and ran away, thinking about what wealth had fallen from heaven into his hands. But a few days later, he returned. This time he looked exhausted and sad. "Teacher," he said, falling to his knees, "I've come to return your stone." "Why?" wondered the sage. "Don't you need it?" "No, teacher. These past days I couldn't eat or sleep. I kept thinking about this stone. I was afraid it would be stolen, worried I'd sell it too cheaply, tormented by greed for even greater wealth. This stone made me a slave." The merchant held out the stone to the sage. "But what torments me most is something else. You gave me a priceless treasure, asking nothing in return. Give me the wealth that allowed you to part with gold so easily." The sage smiled. "Now you understand what true wealth is. It's not what you can lose. It's what no one can take from you." This parable reveals a fundamental truth about the nature of material wealth. The more we have, the more we fear losing it. Every acquisition becomes a source of anxiety. We begin serving our possessions instead of them serving us. The merchant received the golden stone but lost his peace. The sage gave away the stone but kept his freedom. Which one was richer? True wealth isn't what we accumulate, but what we can easily give up. It's inner freedom that doesn't depend on external circumstances. When we become attached to material things, we lose the most precious thing, the ability to be happy regardless of what we have or don't have. Look at your own life. What are you afraid of losing? What are you attached to so strongly that it robs you of peace? True wealth begins with realizing that you already have everything necessary for happiness, and this doesn't depend on your bank account. Second parable, the merchant and the pearl. There once lived a merchant who dreamed of wealth his entire life. He traded in precious stones, but his own means were modest. Day and night, he thought about how to become rich. One day, an old fisherman came to him with an amazing pearl. It was the size of a pigeon's egg, shimmered with all the colors of the rainbow, and glowed from within with soft light. "This pearl will bring you immense wealth," said the fisherman. "But there's one condition. So it doesn't lose its magical power, you must not think about a white monkey for even 1 minute after you receive it. The merchant laughed. That's easy. Who would think about a white monkey? He paid the fisherman all his savings and received the pearl. But as soon as the fisherman left, a thought arose in the merchant's mind. Just don't think about a white monkey. And immediately the image of a white monkey appeared in his imagination. He tried to banish this thought, but the more he tried not to think about the white monkey, the brighter it became in his consciousness. Days turned into a nightmare. The merchant couldn't sleep. He dreamed of white monkeys. He couldn't work. White monkeys danced before his eyes. He couldn't eat. White monkeys robbed him of his appetite. After a month, exhausted and tormented, the merchant found the fisherman. "Take back your pearl," he said. "It brought me not wealth, but a curse." "Why?" wondered the fisherman. "I can't stop thinking about the white monkey." The fisherman nodded wisely. "Do you now understand what happened? You received the most expensive pearl in the world, but lost peace of mind. Tell me, what's more valuable, the pearl or peaceful sleep? Wealth or happiness?" The merchant pondered. "So true wealth is when your mind is peaceful?" "Exactly," smiled the fisherman. "A person with a troubled mind is poor, even if they have all the treasures in the world. A person with a peaceful mind is rich, even if they have nothing." This parable shows us how material desires can enslave our minds. The white monkey in the story is a metaphor for obsessive thoughts about wealth that rob us of inner peace. In the modern world, we often become slaves to our desires. We think about money when we work, when we rest, when we fall asleep, and when we wake up. We plan how to earn more, worry about expenses, envy those who are richer than us. But in this pursuit of material wealth, we lose something priceless: peace of mind. And without peace of mind, no amount of wealth can make us happy. True wealth is when your mind isn't enslaved by desires, when you can enjoy what you have without being tormented by constant thoughts about what you don't have. Ask yourself, how much time per day do you think about money? How much peace do you sacrifice in pursuit of material wealth? What if you tried, for just 1 day, to free your mind from the white monkeys of financial worries? Third parable: the blind man and the treasure chest. In a small village lived a blind man. He was poor, but known for his wisdom and kindness. People came to him for advice. Children loved listening to his stories, and neighbors could always count on his help. One day, while digging in his garden, he struck something hard. It was an ancient chest full of gold coins and precious stones, a real treasure that could make him the richest man in the area. The blind man called his neighbor. "My friend, help me understand what I've found." The neighbor saw the treasures and nearly fainted from amazement. "This is immense wealth. You can now buy the whole town." "Interesting," said the blind man calmly. "Tell me, will these treasures help me see the beauty of a sunset better?" "No, of course not." "Will they help me hear the birds singing in the morning?" "No." "Will they make my bread taste better?" "No." "Will they help me sleep more soundly at night?" "No." "Will they make my friendship stronger?" "No, quite the opposite. Many will envy you." The blind man pondered. "Then tell me, what is the wealth of these treasures?" The neighbor was confused. But you can buy anything you want." "What do I need to buy?" smiled the blind man. "I have a roof over my head, food on my table, friends who love me. I have the ability to enjoy simple things: bird songs, the scent of flowers, children's laughter. Tell me, which of these can be bought with gold?" The neighbor was silent for a long time, then said, "None of these can be bought." "You see," said the blind man, "so I'm already rich. As for these treasures, give them to those in need. Let the gold benefit those who haven't yet understood that true wealth can't be put in a chest. This parable shows us the paradox of wealth perception. The blind man, who couldn't see the glitter of gold, was able to see the true value of life. He understood what many sighted people miss. True wealth consists of simple, free joys of life. We often think happiness can be bought, but the most precious things in life are free. The love of family, the beauty of nature, good health, peace of mind, the ability to find joy in small things. The blind man was physically deprived of sight, but possessed inner vision. He saw what really matters. Many of us, having eyes, are blind to life's real treasures because we're blinded by the glitter of material things. Think about your life. What brings you true joy? Most likely, it's not expensive purchases, but moments of closeness with loved ones, the beauty of nature, the satisfaction of work well done, simple pleasures like good food or a good book. You already have all of this. You're already rich. You just might not notice it because you're looking for wealth in the wrong places. Practical application. These three parables give us practical tools for rethinking our relationship with wealth. From the first parable, we learn the practice of non-attachment. Regularly ask yourself, what am I attached to? What am I afraid of losing? What robs me of peace? Practice letting go, not necessarily physically getting rid of things, but freeing yourself from emotional dependence on them. From the second parable, we understand the importance of freeing the mind from obsessive thoughts about money. Notice how much time per day you think about finances. Set money thought-free hours, periods when you consciously don't think about income, expenses, or financial plans. Allow your mind to rest from these white monkeys. From the third parable, we learn the practice of gratitude for simple joys. Each day, find time to consciously enjoy life's free gifts. Sunrise, bird songs, a loved one's smile, the taste of simple food. Keep a gratitude journal, recording what brought you joy but didn't cost a penny. Conclusion. The price of wealth often turns out to be too high if we pay for it with our inner peace, relationships, and ability to find joy in simple things. True wealth isn't in gold, it's in our ability to be happy with what we have. The sage was rich because he could easily give away the golden stone. The merchant became rich when he freed himself from obsessive thoughts about money. The blind man was rich because he saw the true value of life. They all understood one simple truth. Wealth isn't what we accumulate, but what we value. Not the size of our bank account, but the depth of our gratitude. Not the quantity of our purchases, but the quality of our presence in each moment. You are already rich. Right now, reading these words, you possess immense treasures, the ability to think, feel, love, dream. You have this moment, this breath, this heartbeat. You have the opportunity to choose what to pay attention to and what to value. True wealth doesn't need to be earned. It only needs to be noticed. It's not stored in safes. It lives in your heart. It can't be stolen or lost. It's always with you. Open your eyes to the treasures that already surround you. Feel the richness of this moment. You don't need gold to be wealthy. You're already richer than you think. You just need to see it.